Good morning. We're going to be correcting the spiral review for Monday, May 4th. We're correcting day 1. Okay, we have some new things this week in our spiral review that I want to go over a little bit with you. We have been talking about comparative adjectives, and normally we would add on ER or EST when you're comparing it to two things or with three things. But sometimes there are words that don't follow that rule. You don't just add ER onto the end to say it is more of that thing. Dangerous is one of those words that doesn't follow the rule. We don't say skydiving is dangerous-er than riding a bike. Okay? We would say it is more dangerous. We would add in the word more in front of it. Okay, and now if we're comparing three things, skydiving, we wouldn't say is dangerous than riding a bike and ice skating. We would say skydiving is the most dangerous. Okay, so sometimes there are words that don't follow that rule of adding ER and EST, and so we would add the word more or most into the front of it to describe it to two things or three things. There are words where you don't add more or most. You'll see one later this week where the word just changes completely. So we'll talk about that when we get to it on that day. Next, we've talked about how words can mean more than one thing. They can sound the same, but they're spelled different and can mean different things. Those are homophones. So here I have a homophone, hare. If it's spelled H-A-R-E, we are talking about the type of rabbit. This type of hair on your head is spelled with an A-I. Okay, we need to choose an adverb to complete the sentence. The stars shine blank in the sky. Brightly or bravely. Well, bravely doesn't make sense. That wouldn't describe how it's shining. It would be brightly. And next we have prepositions. Okay, a preposition is a word that links or connects a noun to the rest of the sentence. It usually tells where or when something is happening. Okay, so for example, it can say under is an example of where. It's going to link like under the table. It's going to link that noun, the table, and describe where it is in the sentence using the word under. Or over is a preposition that describes where, in, on. Okay, those are some examples. Some examples of prepositions that describe when would be before, like I brush my teeth before going to school. How about during? During recess, I eat a snack. After, I also have a snack after school. It's connecting a phrase to the rest of the sentence to describe when or where. We should know these because we use these a lot when we are writing our wow sentences. On was a where, but it could also be a when preposition. We go to church on Sunday. Okay, so that's describing when in this sentence. Or we can say a word like since. We have been distance learning since March. That's describing a when. And was there any others? I think that's it that I wanted to share with you. So prepositions are these types of words that's connecting to the rest of the sentence to describe where or when it is happening. So here we have Liam put the box under his desk. This is describing where he put the box. The preposition would be under. Okay, now the whole phrase under his desk is called a prepositional phrase. This whole part describing where, but only the word under is the preposition. Okay, on Wednesday, I believe, you will be watching a video on prepositions, and you're going to have a couple worksheets on prepositions in your reader writer notebook. Okay, and the last one, circle the verb with a similar meaning to the word below. So we want a word that means the same thing. It's a synonym. So a word that means the same thing, a synonym for smile would be to grin. You are happy, you are smiling when you grin. If you frown, then that means you are sad. All right, I will see your work on Friday.